Thank you very much, Shola. Ẹ káalẹ́ o, gbogbo ilé o. Ilé alẹ́ ni níbí bọ̀ bóyá láàárọ̀ ni lọ́dọ̀ ẹlòmíì o, ọ̀sán ni lọ́dọ̀ ẹlòmíì o. So whether it is ẹ káàsán, ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ káalẹ́ o, mo kí gbogbo yín o.
Káalẹ́ mà, gbogbo ilé ń kí yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà.
Mo kí yín o because ṣẹ́rí and the very first thing tí màá kọ́kọ́ sọ fún gbogbo yín ni pé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ṣẹ́rí Ìgangan victims àtàwa tá a lọ ẹlẹ́dàá wa àwa lórí ìkúnlẹ̀ fún yín. Ṣé mọ̀? Inú wa máa jù yín lọ, inú wa máa kéré sí yín wọ̀tá à ń dúpẹ́ fẹ́lẹ́dàá yín, ẹlẹ́dàá tiwa náà ń dúpẹ́ fún ẹlẹ́dàá yín because what you did was wonderful. If you had been Atúnfàṣe tó ṣe video ẹ̀yẹ is not too good but hopefully he's cleaning it up so you will see a better rendition of what actually happened there. And you feel, if you see it and you're even hearing my account tonight, you will feel you have done a very good job. Iṣẹ́ ńlá gan lẹ ṣe. Ṣẹ́rí Ìgangan yẹn, I don't know how many of you.
Auntie, I haven't told them what they did yet, so.
You haven't told them what they did, okay? So no problem. I won't tell them anything again. I'll just tell them what happened. You should have told me that, and you have not told them.
All right, let me tell them what they did. So some of you have been donating to the PayPal accounts. And we are very, very, to the Ilano PayPal accounts. And we are very grateful that you have been doing so. Now, it is from our PayPal accounts that we took an amount of £1,500 and we gave it to this Ilano, project or this Igangan Massacre trip. So that is why Otumba is thanking us. It was from the Ilano PayPal accounts that we took money for them to be able to do what they were able to do in Igangan. So Auntie, continue. I've now told them what they did. So thank you, all of you that donated to the Ilano PayPal account. Thank you very much. Mr. Akin Wilson, please, if you don't mind, if you can share the PayPal accounts. Okay. Auntie, continue.
In the chat.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So, now, I don't know, my email will follow events Nile because about this headsman killing. Talk by so many people, including one PhD holder, one doctor, Adeborode. So I do on Sunday go God de or one oh do boy in go to he went there and gave out for any quit notice. One lati kuro nibe. So on to kini successful, they were able to drive the wakil the olórí ọba wọn bẹ ọba Fúlàní tó wà ń bẹ wọ́n lè kúrò àwọn OPC tán lè gan ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ release àwọn mẹ́ta tán mú gbà yẹn government wa instead kan fún àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ sílẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n tún mú wọn ṣe release wọn ni. So rò pé ìbínú yẹn àti pé gbogbo wọn ṣe ń treat wọn everybody ṣe ń deal pẹ̀lú wọn ṣe wọ́n wá sí Ìjẹ̀bú náà wọ́n lọ sábẹ́kúta everywhere tán lọ ṣe àwọn youths kan lé wọn ni. So they now decided to go back to Igangan reprisal attack. Wọ́n ṣe lọ ní the day after the Ekiti rally nìyẹn. Lóru wọn náà débẹ̀ bí 11 and they had 5 full hours láti operate. By the time they left, àwọn onílù sọ pé initially wọ́n náà rí 25 dead. Later ni Ruben Abati. I think you all remember Ruben Abati, abi?
Yes.
For Guardian back on the Arise TV program to say only at the end of the day they counted 45 dead, 60 houses burnt and all that. So I shall woman killer coin, killer machine see around people. Ọlọ́pàá as usual wọ́n bá wọn kúrò 111 èèyàn péré ló kú even bó jẹ́ 11 èèyàn péré ló kú ṣé 11 yẹn wọ́n ṣe yàn. So luckily for everybody àti dá ẹgbẹ́ kan sílẹ̀. Àwa ìlànà náà la dálẹ̀ o but a lè fún lórúkọ. We decided to give it a separate identity from ìlànà because of international requirements. Ṣé mo pé Red Cross abroad ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lọ́hùn yẹn you be familiar pẹ̀lú Red Cross. Red Cross goes to disaster areas, helps disaster victims and all that. A dẹ̀ ti rí pé wọn kì í fẹ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ Nàìjíríà because wọ́n believe pé ìlú wa lówó our leaders they are wasteful. And it's not just a belief, it is true. So I decided láti dá tiwa sílẹ̀, Yoruba Red Cross. But we call this Yoruba Self-Preservation, YSP. We headquartered it in America, mainly because of the funds, because tá bá headquarter ní bí, a ti discover along the line ni pé anything Yoruba this, Yoruba that, wọ́n ti fún corporate accounts office ní Abuja ní instruction ni pé they are not to register anything that has Yoruba in it. So we had to headquarter this YSP in America. And luckily, ṣe mọ̀ pé èèyàn ọmọ Yorùbá èèyàn gidi ní in most cases. Àrí personality kan bẹ̀, àfi chairman who was able to get us the 501c or 501 wọ́n ṣe ń pè dáadáa approval. So we could now open an account and operate an account. So it's a legal thing abroad. I tried to register and we couldn't register it more back. So, but actually one group, Karo Jire Omo Odua Foundation, the Yoruba man kan náà ló dálẹ̀, that had been registered everything. So accounting yẹn là ń lò níbí. So labasha get around together. Ṣá kàn máa jókòó báyìí ni a máa wo àwọn people. YSP has to do something. Yorubas have to do something. They have to show to these people, the Fulanis and the federal government, pé wọn ò lè fi ajẹ́ Yorùbá, ó dẹ̀ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. So we started looking for funds. Bá ń bára wa sọ̀rọ̀, obìnrin kan wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, ìyá Obama ló ń pè. Ìyẹn bá ní òun á get aṣọ àti used clothes àti new ones ṣá collected quite a lot. Ó tún ship ẹ̀ fún wa. She paid for the shipment, paid for the clearing. We just collected it. In fact, the first one to send Siwa, there's a second one coming now. It took her send Siwa, my man, if you run, she see, came my man looking for any church here. But what be mama? Making my mama be no way or around going, oh, lady, oh, Jackie, oh, divert us, your door, so divert us, or door. Mama, you go to 10,000. Yeah, over 80. Not that 10,000. So, one sorry, you Diaspora secretary. So with that money, then chairman and chairman in America, send $600. $600, we spent $400 out of it. A fi $100, I'm fishing in Nigeria. I don't know whether they will allow it. Then another $100, I'll keep it for contingency. Account. So with your money and that man's money, then another woman gave us 40,000 towards the uniform. So I felt dash up, I felt shadire, so my logo YSP. So anytime I felt jadi lo shishe ukotama wonye. So I TFA, ultimately combine it with self-determination. Self-determination ma do legbe, self-preservation ma do legbe. Awala mo loko wa pe nǹkan náà ní gbogbo wa. Àtàwa kan náà tá ń ṣe self-determination and ṣe self-preservation. But legally it should be separated so that one is like humanitarian time but eventually go to my work around it. Red Cross no drop humanitarian supplies. I don't drop arms and ammunition. We all know that, but they too they keep it separate. So that's the situation on ground. So in Elafini, we must go to Igangan, and we went. It's now 2 Saturdays ago. No, last week Saturday. Hello. Jerry, the very first thing to strike me, you needed to see the scenery of that place. So Igbora. I don't know how many of you still remember your geography of Southwest. Old road. So our Agba Express, but Adelafenwa, we went through Abeokuta, Agbalafenwa, jáde sí Igbora. Igbora, the border town between Oyo State and Ogun State. Igangan is in Ogun State. It's in Oyo State, sorry. But I wọ ibẹ̀ yẹn báyìí. Tí ìdè gangan ní Igbora, tẹ́ bá rí ibẹ̀ yẹn. Beautiful scenery, beautiful lush green. In fact, very beautiful hills. Money no wonder to be ìṣe wọ àwọn people dey lójú. Just before we entered Igangan, in fact, it was unbelievably beautiful. But I just started to cry out of annoyance, out of frustration. làwọn people lè wọlé wá wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ bàjẹ́ báyìí. Kì í ṣe Igangan is not a village o. Àwọn èèyàn mi kò ń ṣe village rárá, kò ń ṣabúlé. It is a built up town. Petrol station tó ń jó yẹn, ilé ọba tó ń jó, gbogbo ilé àwọn èèyàn tó ń jó yẹn, beautiful buildings ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mú gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n bàjẹ́. On the main road tẹ́ máa gbà wọ Igangan ní gbogbo most of those properties wà on. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mú gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n bàjẹ́. Kàn ń wò báyìí ni pé àwọn people lè máa láyà o. Pé so adúrú nǹkan tó ń dánwò rè. So I shall walk around. I drive around rather. I lọ sí town hall wọn. So town hall yẹn náà, tó bá ti rí lórí social media, there was the same time tí governor wọn ti lọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Ìjọ tán kọ́kọ́ wá pa wọ́n yẹn. Àbáṣà débẹ̀. Àwọn míì wà láwọn ọmọ yẹn. Only one youth leader, nice boy who's a biochemist. Àbá lọ àti kọ́kọ́ báyẹn sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti fún wa lórúkọ àwọn list àwọn tó wà badly injured and those who lost their husbands in the attack. So one of the men was particularly pathetic. Ibi tó ti gbé 5-year-old daughter tó ń gbé sá lọ, straight bullet bá girl yẹn, lost the girl. So àwọn yẹn I decided pé apart from aṣọ, oúnjẹ kankan, a máa fún wọn lówó. Ọ̀nà bọ́ yẹn ní bàtà àdìbọ̀ yẹn pé bí èlò ní ká bá fún wọn 15,000 each, it will be okay. So a ṣe yẹn. Then I pack oúnjẹ yẹn was rice, gari, beans, òróró, palm oil and indomie because of the children. Plus the clothes tá a gbà from ọ̀dọ̀ Obama àti wá mọ́tò àti lọ gbàṣọ yẹn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àti ṣe gbogbo àti kó wá sí torí chairman Kofi lives in Ṣàgámù, not too far from me. So àṣà àgbà mọ́tò àrèkù sí àṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. A lot of administrative expenses. Àyànjú yẹn, they are still making out the accounts now. Wọ́n bá ti make it, I will send it to Sean. So I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Àwọn Fúlàní gbọ́dọ̀ dúró lọ́wọ́ ní sójà tó wà lọ́nà tó ń ṣe checkpoint. Àwọn ọmọ wọn little girls of about 8 akọ̀wò ṣáà ṣáà lọ from the town hall ọmọ wa lọ sí gbogbo ilé yẹn. Àyà picture àṣẹ gbogbo ẹ̀. Even though aṣọ wa ò tí ready, but àti sanwó. Nínú owó yẹn náà a sanwó aṣọ. We paid the factory for the address for the logo wájú àti tẹ̀yìn. Gbogbo ẹ̀, we went to there. You needed to see these people. Their condition was pathetic. Ìgbà tá a tún ṣe tán bẹ̀, tá a finish pẹ̀lú wọn, àná àfẹ́ lọ kí ọba, a tó lọ kó ìtókù fáwọn the injured, wọ́n máa pín láàrin ara wọn. Ìgbà tá a dé ọ̀dọ̀ kábíyèsí, in fact kábíyèsí, ó kàn fẹnu jẹ́ kábíyèsí ni o, condition ẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ́ọ̀sì ju tàwọn subject ẹ̀ lọ. Wọ́n ti jó ilé ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run ló ní kó ti ní personal house. Kó jẹ́ pé ilé tán jó yẹn was the official palace of the kábíyèsí. Kò sí nǹkan kan, gbogbo aṣọ tiẹ̀ náà, aṣọ àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀, everything. So what we now did was that we just left everything there. Gbé kí kábíyèsí yọ nǹkan tó fẹ́, ìtókù kan wá bọ́n ṣe máa pín láàrin àwọn people yẹn that we will be back very soon. We will go back there. The whole thing was so pathetic. Mi lè believe pé ìlú tó wà built up bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, that they not only láyà láti lọ, but wọ́n ṣe 5 hours uninterrupted. Wọ́n fi ráyè dín pẹ̀lú àwọn people yẹn because wọn ò gbébọn, wọn ò ní nǹkan. But now we noticed nígbà tá a lọ wípé every able-bodied man ló gbé ìbọn kọ apá. Àti whether he was on his motorbike or he was walking, gbogbo wọn wà fully armed nísìn. Ṣé ìlú nìyẹn káwọn èèyàn máa gbé ìbọn rìn lójú títì? But they had no choice. So on top of that, àti wá sọ fún wọn pé àti ní app kan sìn àti ń ronú app yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ pé pàjáwìrì ni wọ́n ń pè. Tó bá tẹ̀, tó bá activate app yẹn, within 10 seconds ó máa dé command center. From that command center wọ́n á deploy àwọn warriors. Wọ́n máa lọ bá whichever area is ibi tí wọ́n ti activate yẹn. So a ti ṣe ti Igangan fún wọn. Igangan zone is ready. àwọn kan ti kọ́ the command center lẹ́dí wa, so it's just now a máa lọ supply, a máa lọ pé laptop, gbogbo nǹkan tó máa need, hopefully by next week we'll be able to deliver it to them. All this, thanks to your help, even though we had to add some money, but at least we are still getting by. So all the other states, and this Pajawiri, we are going to use it in all the 6 southern states. Once the one to one debate for any Ibikama Fiche command center, Tama route, we'll be able to, we hope we will not have that kind of level of carnage again. Within 20 minutes maximum, help party day or our people. Really, it's not right. 5 hours, I don't like law, it will not happen again, And luckily, somehow, those people managed to kill 7, in spite of the fact that be 7 people, 7 of the Fulani bandits. And for the first time, a lot of people get involved in this problem. The ordinary people are now involved, so there's not much they can do. Ayé ìgbà kan wọ́n máa kó gbogbo àwọn able-bodied men tó wà ń bẹ̀ ni pé àwọn investigate àwọn tó pa Fúlàní méjì, wọ́n á gbàgbé pé Fúlàní ti pa Yorùbá náà 45. Lórí ètò ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní Modákẹ́kẹ́, àbí the first time tán wá sí Igangan, tán pick àwọn OPC mẹ́ta yẹn tán arrest Wakil. That did not happen this time because we were able to take charge of our area. And by God's grace, in Koto Mama Shele we will take charge of our area wherever it may be, whichever state it may be. Now people, if they try anything, we will step in. When our youths were not saying they go around, Omoboriowo TV video, only one from Abekuta, only one Jebu, from Ijebu, one Bono Ekpe, from Ekpe, well, he wants them so he can keep them there for as long as the Lagos people accept it. But I doubt if they will accept it for long, So we thought a liar did, but I am from Odogbolu. I took my Daloba or lock my pay on Wama Alumeka. If you may want to pay them, don't bring any bill to my house. I'm not paying for any malu. I came my Lunya son now, I don't know how 3 malu can get lost in the town. So that is what happened though. That's what we did in Igangan. We went and we came back the same day. It was a big eye opener, for in that place, because honestly, what you know, village in Igangan, but I did better built up town. In fact, I couldn't believe it. Only hospital, only private clinic, all the network service, they had the offices in there, everything. And people in LIA, but gradually, if we take charge of our area, we'll be able to outmaneuver them and get rid of them eventually, like we are doing now. So,
Auntie,
so
can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
The people who had been attacked, had they received any help from the state governor or any of the local politicians?
No, I forgot to say that, because they even said it again, because the day we went here, they were also having a sort of publicity report amongst the people. So that's what I said, that particular day going on here, it would be a good idea to mix with the people. So they didn't do anything for them. But we got to the hospital. Only for 3 days, or the first 3 days, no food, no medication, no nothing. And governor, they were aware that they were there. I don't understand that governor of theirs. I don't understand him at all. So our youth leader now, with the senior leader, our team matured was the older group. But luckily, one of them apparently is in secretariat of your state. So on long in 2s and 3s in his car. So our boys here as a result of ariwo talk buying, only call of cocoa here is like ogi pelu lumps in way, to give you more feeling. So at the end of the day, those people had to take them back to Igangan with no help, no nothing. We needed to see them back at their own cane, but láti jọ́ tí kìíní yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn àwọn ò rí help from anybody except maybe for the few people they could come spare anything. Nobody from the state government, nobody from our senators in Abuja. At least only senator kan láti bẹ̀ Ìbàràpá is a very big place. It's the food basket of Oyo State. Ibẹ̀ ni most of oúnjẹ táwọn èèyàn lọ ń rà nìbàdàn tó ń oúnjẹ cheap nìbàdàn ibẹ̀ wọ́n ti ń grow it. So they have a senator there. They have Ìbàràpá North, Ìbàràpá Central. It's a big area. So not only what you said to ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa orí àwọn níbẹ̀ till we came. You know, so please, I don't know. We'll need more money, more people to come, more people to send things. They have no clothes. And most of them were just wearing pants, not even shorts, pants. You know, because what they normally do is when the people run out, they start shooting them. That's the system. So and nobody can stay in a burning house. So as they are running out or running away, they shoot. So that's the condition. Our governors are I won't say they are useless, but they don't have any strength to do anything. They are all afraid of Fulani. So our common enemy, everybody in Fulani. Governors say, and that's the situation as it is, you know. Although I know say won't be local state to governor or the sorrow. Yet it's more arena. To share one more locality who help a lot already. So and stay away from them. It's a good thing. You know? So that's the situation.
Thank you, Auntie. That's amazing. I just wanted to I just remembered you saying that the sacks of food that you took was enough. You took enough for the 45 families or the 50 families.
Yes, we had enough for the 45 families. Yes, no, 48. Not 45, 48. We did about 50 something. We did extra. We did some extra, but like I said, they probably had to reduce the quantity at the end because Kabiyesi had to take out. We didn't factor Kabiyesi into it at all. You know, because they told us that luckily he was not there. He didn't sleep in the palace that night. That was how he escaped being killed. But it just didn't occur to us. But when we got there, we saw his condition. We just dropped them what they left over after we handled the really serious cases. We dropped everything there for him. Let him take what he wants. Unfortunately, there was no male clothes there. But we gave him some money. And then, so you can buy some things and then with food. At least they had food to eat. We actually even wanted to take some medicine along, you know. We took, the lady from America sent us, I think, 9, what do you call it? Blood pressure kits. Maybe we should take their blood pressure and give them medicine. But the professors in Babcock University, you know, Babcock is close to us in Ijebu here. You know, they told us that we shouldn't waste our money taking drugs yet, and we should go there, find out what they need and what they want. We take antibiotics, and then some people will, it will only be 5 people that will need the antibiotics. The rest will be wasted. So it's better to buy specifically Mr. ABC antibiotics, blood pressure. That's what we are going to be planning to do. We are going to find people from the weekend. We will go through their medical history and then find out what and come buy it in Ibadan and come back the same day. That kind of they will distribute it. Because we were told that some of them that had their legs shot, the ones that had their hands cut off, their hands were already decaying. And we saw most of it, you know, even though we couldn't take pictures of those ones. It was a really bad condition, very, very bad. And so imagine the government, we have a government in place, we have a Kabiyesi in place, so after that, they didn't know anything was happening. You know, it's a shame. But we are trying very hard, both with physical and spiritual things, to see what we can do. And it's working. It's just that it takes it costs a lot of money to do most of these things. You know, one would think that go to all these local.
Auntie,
who is making noise?
Auntie, wait a minute. All right, Auntie, can you unmute yourself? There was somebody who was making a lot of noise in the background. So if you can please unmute yourself to speak.
Okay. So we're hoping that we'll be able to manage with the resources we have, because that's the whole purpose of the YSP, the Yoruba Red Cross, that we don't want to wait for outsiders. We don't want to wait for foreigners to come and bring help to us. We want to start helping ourselves in our country and build up our old Omoluabi system, whereby everybody was their brother's keeper. You know, in a lot of times in Nigeria, your car breaks down on the road. Somebody will come and ask you, sir, what is wrong? Mommy, kilo shele. You hardly see anybody asking you what's wrong now. And if they do ask, after they've asked and you told them, they will ask if you give them money before they will help you. Things that never used to happen in Yoruba land before, you know. So we are hoping we'll be able to start changing the psyche of our people, their psychology, the way they think. So we'll be each other's friends rather than each other's victims. Because right now we are each other's victims. Our politicians use us as victims to put money in their pockets, to raise their own political profile. That's what they use most of us for. So we need to change that ourselves. We need to change it ourselves. So we've launched the YSP now, and we hope we'll be able to continue. You know, people have started, they promised to contribute, and I hope they will start contributing by the end of this month. So they'll be able to go back to Igangan. We already have a case also in Yewa already. So we have some victims that in Ogun State too, who they did immediately after Igangan. 3 men, they chased 3, in running away, they chased 3 Igangan men into Ogun State. So they killed those 3 and injured a lot of others. So those ones there are there too. We've sent a message to them. They too have not seen anybody. The government has not done anything. The councillors have not done anything. The local government chairmen have not done anything. So we probably have that may be our next target. But we still have to go back to Igangan to make sure that medically we can help them. But at least they have food to eat for a week or 2 before we go back. So,
okay,
any questions? Any questions?
Yes, please. Any questions? Auntie?
Yeah?
Okay, I'm just looking down on the questions so that I can call people as they put their hands up.
Okay.
Ayomide Amoshe has a question. Please unmute yourself. Let us see you in the camera and ask your question.
Okay. Ayomide Amos is my name. Ẹ ṣé gan, mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Okay.
Ẹ ṣé mọ́mì, in fact, a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun, Odùduwà á gbé yín.
Àwa náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín.
In fact, first question tí nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ṣebí youth wà ní gbogbo ibi tí à ń sọ yìí? Because if I could remember, councillor wà, àní chairman, wọ́n ní House of Assembly, representative, senators, kó tó di pé ó máa dórí gómìnà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí ni àwọn tó jẹ́ youth, gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ youth pátá ní gbogbo àwọn agbègbè tá à ń sọ wọ̀nyí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ wọn? Kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ ìlú, àwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ìlú, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀dọ́, àwọn adìjàgbara, kí ni ìgbésẹ̀ táwọn gan ti gbé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí? Because I have a suggestion. Okay, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ yín, ẹ kọ́kọ́ dáhùn kí n tó sọ suggestion, because I have my own suggestion.
Okay. Ṣé ẹ rí àwọn youth yẹn?
Yes, ma.
they have a basic problem, which tí gbogbo wa ní, but all filter down so that youth ẹni pé wọn ò jẹ́ ká carry any form of arms. Ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín? In fact, ọ̀dọ̀ tí wá tiẹ̀ ṣì bẹ́tà, àwa ṣì ń gbé àdá, à ń gbé ọkọ́ láti lọ sóko. Tẹ́ bá dé gbogbo middle belt yẹn, wọn ò ládàá, wọn ò lọ́bẹ, wọ́n lè fi lọ sóko. Òun ló ṣe rí wọn pa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn everyday. Wọ́n nítorí káwa ti rí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ àti gbọ́n nígbà tán ní kí everybody dá ìbọn padà, especially àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n gba license fún ìbọn wọn yẹn. We advise them wípé nígbà tí èṣù ò ṣe wá, tá èṣù dẹ̀ lóṣòtì wá, kí la ṣe máa níbọn lọ́wọ́ ká lọ gbé padà fún wọn pé ẹ jẹ́ kọ́lọ́pàá fúnra rẹ̀ wá bá yín nílé. Ó wá béèrè pé Mr. Lágbájá, ìbọn táwọn láìtó rà táwọn license fún ẹ ní 19 kìíní kan, can we have it? They could not come. Ṣé mọ̀, ojú wa ò wọ́n mọ̀ àwọn náà mọ̀ pé kò lè possible. So luckily nǹkan tá a ṣe ní díẹ̀díẹ̀ nìyẹn. Then because of all this awareness, wọn ò tètè dé ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. Ngbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ kìíní yẹn for a long time, north ni wọ́n fi sí middle belt àti north. So gbogbo wa ti believe àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n fìlì pé kò sí nǹkan kan. By the time tó máa dé ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa, àwa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sensitization ní nàìjíríà, àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sensitization, àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ mobilization. Ṣé mọ̀ gbogbo rallies tá à ń ṣe yẹn, tẹ́yìn náà ń ṣe lọ́yẹ̀ mobilization, you are mobilizing people, opening and sensitizing them, opening their eyes to the problem at hand. So by the time tí wọ́n máa fi dérú ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa ní Ogun State àti what other state, Ogun State náà ló fẹ́ẹ̀ dájú ló dàbí pé ó lajú jù ní kínní, àwọn ọmọ tiwa ti gbọ́n, but in the other areas, number one, youth ò pọ̀ ńbẹ̀. Ṣé mọ̀ àwọn ibi tó ibẹ̀ jìnnà sí kù, àwọn àgbàlagbà tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ ńbẹ̀, wọ́n ti ṣí clinic, wọ́n ṣí gbogbo ẹ̀ tán send ọmọ wọn lọ sí school abroad. Even man Aborode yẹn náà tó wá dá 300 hectares of farmland sílẹ̀, he came in from abroad. Gbogbo àwọn side ibi àwọn youth wọn ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ gbélé. Àgbà tá a débẹ̀ náà youth ò pọ̀ ńbẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọdé àti àwọn matured people tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ la rí níbẹ̀. So that's the thing. But àwọn ibi tí youth wa bí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn Ogun State youth pọ̀, wọ́n dì pẹ̀lú wọn, wọ́n ti ẹ̀ dì pẹ̀lú wọn gidi gan ni, wọ́n lé wọn, wọ́n dì pẹ̀lú wọn. Ẹ pé in fact governor go lè sọ̀rọ̀. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé ìjọ tán bá rí wọn mú lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà, wọ́n á dì pẹ̀lú wọn. Torí youth pọ̀ ńbẹ̀. So kì í ṣe pé àwọn youth wa ò ní nǹkan tán lè ṣe, but wọn ti ẹ̀ most of them wọn sí around. Àwọn areas Èkìtì, Ondo, nǹkan, they are all matured people. Wọn ò dẹ̀ níbọn, wọn ò ládàá. Àfi tó bá jẹ́ farmer. So that is the problem. But ń sìn gbogbo wọn ti ń gbọ́n, wọn ti níbọn. Àtòjù àwọn ti Igangan yẹn walking on the street báyìí, wọ́n gbé ìbọn wọn kọ́ èjìká báyìí. Lóòótọ́ it may be just a hunter's gun, but at least it's a form of defence. Wọ́n ti ẹ̀ ṣì rí èèyàn méjì mẹ́ta kan mú balẹ̀ náà kán tó máa hàn fúnra wọn balẹ̀. So that's the situation.
Ayomide, let's, you've asked a question and Otumba has answered it. Can we move on to other people have questions, please, sir? So we'll come back to you. Let me call other people, please. Comrade Juna Dadeola, can you please ask your question?
I think my own will not even come as a form of question. I just want to, on behalf of our people of Igangan, because I'm an indigene of Ibarapa, Igbora precisely. So I just want to, on their behalf, appreciate everybody that contributed. Sincerely, I do personally, madam. All through the period that the incident happened, I wasn't myself because we are more or less, we are related. Every one of us from the whole 7 Ibarapas. So I so much appreciate everybody. I want to pray to not go the same areas. Thank you very much.
So that's Ibarapa Central, Abi, Igbora. Yeah, Ibarapa Central. That's a very big town too. Igbora is a very big town. The whole area is more developed. It's more developed than we think. In fact, if it wasn't that Ibadan has tarred roads and all that everywhere. In fact, old Ibadan under Western region, not before everybody started building our modern houses. Igbora and Ibarapa, they are better. They look better developed to me than the old Ibadan. The people there really tried. It was a very unfortunate incident. Very unfortunate. But lágbára Ọlọ́run wọn ò ní rírú ẹ̀ mọ́. Wọn ò ní rírú ẹ̀ mọ́.
Eshe Auntie, Aki Wilson, your hand is up. Thank you. Please ask your question.
Eshe Uma, question mi dá lórí ìkànsí àwọn NINAS. Ṣé rí petition tá à ń ṣe lọ́wọ́ yìí. Nǹkan kan dàbí pé ó ń slow ń bẹ̀ tí a need láti jẹ́ káwọn NINAS yẹn mọ̀ láti ṣàtúnṣe. Mo ti kàn sí wọn but wọn ti dáhùn, so mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè ìdéyàn kan wà specifically tẹ̀mù tó ta lè kàn sí láti ṣe ní kíákíá.
Ṣé the petition yẹn? Èmi náà lè máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. I'm the chairman of the steering committee. Ṣé rí nǹkan tó ń ṣe petition yẹn ni pé, let me tell you, right now, from the date that he bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní 17th of December last year, we now have the 40,000. Wow. It's not much, but 40,000 is still a lot. But we have two problems. One, Yoruba ni kọ́kọ́ ló máa ṣe petition yẹn. NINAS is a joint project between Yorubas, Igbos, Ijaw, Kalabari, and about 5 major tribes in Middle Belt. In fact, I want you 5 law, but for the sake of convenience, if we join together, I want the Lower Niger, we don't the Lower Niger Congress is referring to the territory occupied by Ijaw, Igbo, Calabar, as a Kalabari. Because somebody láti join together, láti ṣe kíní láti lọ gba referendum amnesty. So we have agreed pé kí gbogbo wọn tán form the old eastern region. Táwọn kan go on to break one up into 12 states. Wọ́n ti ń bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n máa tó announce charter of relationship wọn. Wọ́n á dúró, they probably call themselves Lower Niger Federation. Tọ́ bá ti wá ṣe referendum tán ti gba freedom wọn tán, wọ́n lè wá jókòó kí Ìjọ form Ìjọ nation ẹ̀, kí Calabar form Calabar nation ẹ̀, kí Igbo náà form tiẹ̀. But for now, they are Lower Niger Federation. Ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa àwa lucky because we are all Yorubas, even though we have our own internal problems. Not ọ̀dọ̀ wa o. Lagos State wọ́n ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ special colony. Irú ìtàn ní under àwọn colonial kìíní. Èkìtì náà ń ṣàkóso àwọn òní wá síbàdàn. Àti ní tẹ́ẹ̀bà wá síbàdàn ẹ̀pẹ́rù ní kẹ́ẹ̀dọ̀ tó padà sí Èkìtì. But ẹ ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká yanjú problem tó wà nílẹ̀, this referendum problem. So that's the first problem. And gbogbo wa là láti contribute to that, and the Middle Belt are finding it difficult. Àwa náà là ń help wọn. So ìyẹn number one. Then number two, the major problem tá tún ní ni pé a ní àwọn èèyàn kan ní àárín wa yẹ pé nǹkan tí wọn ò ṣe wọ́n fẹ́ take credit fún. Irú ẹ̀ nínú wọn tó ń pera wọn ní global directorate. Everything tá bá ṣe báyìí, wọ́n á láwọn làwọn ṣe. Wọ́n á issue statement, wọ́n á issue program kan pé bí ìgbà tí yẹ pé àwọn gangan làwọn ṣe kinní yẹn. A ti ṣe UNPO láti 2019 kan. Wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nípa àwọn wà ń bẹ̀. Nǹkan tó wọ́n tẹ ìfọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́ wọn. Gbogbo ìtàn fi fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́ yẹn àárín ọdún yìí o. Tá fi mọ̀ wọ́n bóyá oṣù kan ní ìtẹ̀lù kó tí ìtòṣù kan tán fi fọ́ọ̀mù ẹgbẹ́ yẹn gbà yìí. Wọ́n náà wọ́n ṣe UNPO, àwọn ṣe kónífà, àwọn ṣe gbá, àwọn ṣàwùgbó. Anything tí ìlànà bá ti ṣe báyìí, wọ́n á sáré hàn. I give out ìkíní pàmò náà wà ń bẹ̀. So because of that, on create doubt inú àwọn èèyàn. So káwọn èèyàn bá rí petition yẹn, wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ pè wá pé ẹjọ́ ṣẹ́yìn rẹ̀ issue eléyìí, is this real? Pé because àwọn global directorate kan lọ́n send ẹ̀ sáwọn sọ fún wọn pé it doesn't matter, kan sign it because it's going to our website. Our website wọ́n ti ṣí ní United Nations fún United ló ń lọ because a ti ṣe síbẹ̀ pé kólúkálùkù sọ ibi tó ti wá, whether you are Yoruba, you are Igbo, you are only is the same. Only they are just claiming credit for it. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń slow it down nìyẹn, ṣé mo? By the time you are here, you have not signed it, I'm sure, because you are wondering whether it's true or not. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn bíi 100 people tell you know about suffering people sign àbíkẹ́ tí bá wọn sign through using their phone. You know you can help your people sign using their phone number wọn. Lè ṣe because you are not sure whether it is the right petition or not, but it is the right petition. Some people are just taking advantage of it. The only one tí tí ò ń ṣe tiwa tí yẹn náà tún da nǹkan rú díẹ̀ was nǹkan tó ń pè ní Yorùbá Decides wọ́n ní tó bá di June 12 àwọn máa announce result referendums bàbá ńlá scam nìyẹn àwọn politicians wa ló ń ṣe yẹn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n bá ṣe wọ́n á ṣe mọ̀ gbàtí ẹ pa àwọn á ṣe bí ìgbà tó ń bí ìgbà kan ṣe máa handle ballot box wọn wọ́n á kàn tick yes no pé Nigerians don't want to split we want to remain one so ìyẹn put a lot of people off. It take us a long time to convince people pé ọ̀dọ̀ wa kọ́ ló ti wá pé wọ́n kàn ń ṣe ètò wọn ni they want to take over and they are still trying o wọ́n tún ti dá nǹkan mílẹ̀ sí iná tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n tún fẹ́ fi hijack winners but anything tẹ́ bá ti rí tó rún yín lójú ẹ máa sọ fún Ṣọlá Sàlàkọ́ or send it to me we will let you know but maybe Ṣọlá Sàlàkọ́ will be faster òun náà ti ń di winners expert nsìn so we should be able to tell you whether it's from us or it's not from us. So you'll be able to know. Don't worry. The petition is ongoing. It's just a petition anyway. It's not the actual referendum. It's just to escalate our demand for a referendum. The referendum in the United Nations and it will be announced to everybody the same day at the same time. So there will be we won't lose anything.
Sure. Thank you. Omoba, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Eshema, mo kí mọ́mì wa tí mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ dárúkọ wọn Fọláṣadé. Ẹ pẹ́ fún wa máa gbáyà dálẹ̀. Kò ní sú yín kò dẹ̀ ní rẹ̀yìn. Àṣeyọrí ni a máa ṣe nínú iṣẹ́ yìí. Ìbéèrè mi tí mo fẹ́ béèrè bóyá ọ̀nà méjì ló pín sí. Number 1, nípa ti àwọn Yorùbá Red Cross tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa yẹn. Because àwọn kan Igangan wọ́n ní account tí wọ́n gbé sílẹ̀ fún Igangan victims bákanbákan táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ donate fún wọn gbà yẹn. But èmi fẹ́ béèrè if there is because ó dà pé dárúkọ bóyá account kan ti wà tí wọ́n create tó jẹ́ pé bí àwa bí media and sin or bí any platform a lè máa share láti jẹ́ pé káwọn èèyàn fi owó sí because number 1 Igangan nìkan kọ́ ni incident yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Yewa ó ṣẹlẹ̀ dẹ̀ tún lè sọ a ní láti wà proactive pé àwọn nǹkan míì ẹ mọ̀ pé bá ṣe ń gbáradì fún security pé kí wọ́n secure gbogbo everywhere nílẹ̀ Yorùbá bákan náà ló yẹ ká tún máa mú gbogbo àwọn in case o tírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá tún lọ ṣẹlẹ̀ níbì kan so àwọn èèyàn a máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní bóyá side by side papọ̀ so if there is no any account èmi rò pé kò yẹ kó wà fún Igangan nìkan bóyá kí a ní account yẹn bóyá kẹ́ bá a ṣe lórí ẹ̀bọ tó bá ti wà ẹ jẹ́ ká ní account yẹn so that kò ní jẹ́ Igangan nìkan á jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa wà centralized fún gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá so that's number 1. Number 2 ma nípa ti àwọn directorate èmi ò bá ní because directorate yẹn ó cause a lot of even though àwọn bàbá wa Bánjí Akíntóyè though wọ́n sọ pé bóyá nígbà kan rí pé káwọn èèyàn máa dá ẹgbẹ́ sílẹ̀ tó bá ṣàti jẹ́ Yorùbá self determination náà lọ fún kán máa dá lóríṣiríṣi so kíní yẹn ó fi àyè gba ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn láti máa ṣe nǹkan tó wù wọ́n gan ṣùgbọ́n nonetheless èmi rò pé ó yẹ kí control wà tá bá rí àwọn kan tó jẹ́ pé irú directorate àmọ́ àwọn tó wà nídìí ẹ̀ ṣé gúngún ni wọ́n ni ṣòro ni wọ́n ni àmọ́ àkàngbọ́ wọn directorate wọ́n ṣe gbá wọn ṣàwòlè wọ́n dẹ̀ wọ́n affect a lot of things táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe so tó bá ní body kan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè call one into order láti kàn lè máa wòrán náà pé kán máa ṣe nǹkan tó wù wọ́n àbí pé kán máa fa nǹkan sẹ́yìn àmọ́ wípé kò sí kírú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ kó má ṣẹlẹ̀ but tó bá ti ń dé ojú pé ó ń impact àwọn positive moves sáwọn yẹn tí wọ́n ṣe fún kinní ó yẹ kí àwọn àgbààgbà wa kí wọ́n dìde sí i kán see to it that's the other kinní tí mo fẹ́.
The other question okay thank you my dear.
The third one ma ẹ má bínú ma.
Ọmọọba.
Yes ma ẹ má bínú ó wà important mọ́mí wa Ṣọlá payment àwọn petition yẹn ọ̀nà tá tún bó ṣe wá sí mi ní mind tá tún lè fi gbà ṣe awareness because referendum tó ń bọ̀ ó need awareness gan kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wá ti mọ̀ dó wọ́n ti mọ̀ mo sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lè máa gbọ́ ariwo kan darapọ̀ mọ́ rally but one-on-one evangelism láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó wà ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú self-determination tẹ́rù òfin ní bá àwọn èèyàn pé kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tó mú ogun wá àbí tó nira bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tán máa dẹ̀ fi fọwọ́ sí pé kí Yorùbá lọ tá a bá rí àwọn èèyàn tán lè volunteer láti irú kò síṣẹ́ nílùú ńsìn tán bá lè raise àwọn youth bóyá 10,000 náà fẹ́ fún wọn ni bóyá 15,000 ni tán dẹ̀ ready láti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn kárakára láti máa gbé fún kí wọ́n bá àwọn èèyàn sign kán dẹ̀ educate wọ́n á tún jẹ́ opportunity láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n educate àwọn èèyàn pé in tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lélẹ̀ tó á tún lè tó bá ti rú referendum yẹn bá dé gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ wọ́n á lè ká
Omoba, round up your question, please.
I'm done, ma'am. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you. Your first question, lórí Igangan account yẹn, ṣé mo pé Igangan account ni is between them there. I don't have any idea that they actually have, but according to what they told us, nobody has given them anything. So kò likely pé any owó àbí small owó ni òun ló máa ti wọ account yẹn. Account táwa ń lò for this process is the YSP account. YSP account here, that is Yoruba self-preservation. It is, like I said, is domiciled in America. But nítorí gbogbo wàhálà ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa kúrò ní America, ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa send the CV. Most times when people want to give us money, it's either they send it to Karojiri account in Nigeria, or because they must often pay more, Yoruba self-preservation account NEP. They refused us registration. So we use KUF or we use individual accounts. Now when we get money from diaspora, and to buy my ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn gangan àti mọ ẹni tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn wà ní consent owó yẹn sí direct. Gbogbo ala ní dummy account tá fi ń gba owó. Because tó bá ti ẹ wo nínà sí ìjọ ta ṣí nínà sí ìjọ kejì àbí ìjọ kẹta not close it. Ìjọ ta ṣí nínà's account. So I don't know anything about the Igangan account, but our own. If you are in America and you prefer to put into the YSP account in America, I will give Shola Salako the account for America. You can be paying your money there and then send me a message that just text me that you've paid so. You send me a message, text me that you've sent YSP, you sent so to the YSP account in America. So we'll be able to know, we'll acknowledge you on our platform. And you will get a thank you. Then you can also pay into your donate to Ilano account and say it's donation for YSP. Shola will take it out and send it to us.
Can the host mute everybody, please?
Auntie, sorry, please unmute yourself to speak. I had to mute everyone.
Okay. So, whichever one you want, whether it is the YSP account in America, we'll send you there. We'll please collect it from Shola Salako. If it's your PayPal account in England, just put donation for YSP by the side. That's the narrative. So she will know it's not Ilano's money, it is YSP's money, even though, like I said, we are all the same, but it's specifically meant for YSP. And you are right, it's not, our account should not only be for Igangan, and it's not, our own is not only for Igangan. It's for any Yoruba in problem anywhere. That's the end result of that account. We'll be using it for where, especially now, the immediate cause, a reason is for those victims of headsmen, because those people have suffered in the past. They have not had anybody to help them. No, they can't go to their farms anymore. Their farms have been ruined. Their houses have been ruined. They don't have anything. So there was a time some of them ran to the Republic for protection. You can imagine. All ogun oko Yorùbá rí, ogun kó wa ńgbà yẹn, Ọlọ́run ò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ kó ogun kó wa. Kán máa sá kúrò nílùú wọn ká máa lọ sí Benin Republic ilé ẹlẹ́ńbẹ́ for safety. It's very bad. So the accounts are there. We have like 3 accounts. You can pick the one you want, depending on where you are. Then as for directorate, ojoojúmọ́ tó bá ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kan làwa náà counter wọn. they counter them. Anytime they plan something or they assume that something belongs to them, they act as if we tell them, we write a counter post against it, and it's working. People are beginning to know them for who and what they are. Then, as for the petition, it's a good idea having a youth who will go around, but you see, like you said, we need money to give them. Even if it's only to maintain their phone, so they will have enough credit on it and everything, and transport money to move around. And this is the money we don't have, and this is where we need donations. So if you want to, you can also send us money and put it there for petition. Once you put petition beside it, I will know, Sharatu will know that it's meant to spread awareness of the petition. You understand? We need money for it, and it's not easy. We are all using our own money. Most of the time, we are using our own money for this thing, just to make sure it goes on, because we've been at it for too long. We can't afford to let it fail. So we just have to look. Some of us have sold cars and they sold land just to make sure this thing keeps going. And we hope it will get to our promised land very, very soon. So if you can help us, it's a good suggestion to have youth. As you say, most of our youth have no work, they have no jobs. It's something they can do, and they'll be happy to do it. But we have to give them something, a stipend that will enable them to move around, put data on their phones and things like that. Is that okay, my dear?
Yeah, that's lovely. Eshe. We have a question from, I just wanted to make the point. You said earlier that when they come, when these Fulani terrorists come, what they do is they attack you on two fronts so that they can. And it just reminded me of, this is exactly what they were doing in Taraba, in Plateau, and other parts of the Middle Belt, exactly the same. And I think it would be very sensible, and this is why I like this, only we can help ourselves, and this is why I like this idea of the Yoruba Red Cross, because as far as I can see it, Igangan is only the beginning. This is what I mean. They're not going to just go to Igangan and not come back. They're going to find somewhere else. You see, because we have to, we must always remember is this is what they did in the Middle Belt. And they're not, and the Middle Belt is a target, but Yoruba land is an even bigger target. So I just think we need to remember that and our people need to be, thank goodness that our people are now alive to their responsibilities and to the dangers at hand. I'm now going to Elizabeth. Sorry, Yancy.
I'm just going to agree with you that they have a special focus on Yoruba land because of the sea. They need access to the sea, to the Atlantic. So that's why they are so desperate to get and make an inroad into Yoruba land and get to Lagos. So you're right. It's the land they are after. That's what Buhari promised them. That they will have land to give them, so they too can settle down and have a nation, a country of their own. But what he wants them to do with us, I don't know, because we are not going to give up our land to them.
Okay. And see, Elizabeth Abimbola, your hand is up. Please unmute yourself and ask your question. Elizabeth Abimbola.
Ẹ káalẹ́ ma.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o.
Oòduà gbè wá kò ní gbọ̀dàlẹ̀. Ẹ kúṣẹ́ takuntakun ma. Ìbéèrè méjì ni mo ní. Àkọ́kọ́ lórí Nina, mo sign Nina àti family mi. Gẹ́gẹ́ bọ́n ṣe gbé sórí ẹ̀ pé tá bá sign, ó máa reply wa on our email. Kò anybody to receive any message on mail. So mo ní doubt pé ṣé petition yẹn ti include àbí bákan. That's the first question now. The second question ni pé ó fẹ́ faramọ́ nǹkan tí ọmọ ọba sọ wípé ó yẹ kí àwọn èèyàn wa kan túbọ̀ múra. Wọ́n fi Igangan ṣe testing fún wa ní o, torí tipẹ́tipẹ́ náà ti wà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Kí ìmúra wà fún àwọn èèyàn wa ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, káwọn náà má sùn oorun àsùnpara. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lọ́hùn, nǹkan tẹ́ bá lè ṣe fún wọn, ìrànlọ́wọ́ táwa ní diaspora náà bá lè ṣe láti ra àwọn nǹkan èrè dáàbòbò, Ọlọ́run á ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣeun ma.
Thank you, ma. Sherry, the first one, let me answer your last question first. Sherry, what we can do here, we are doing a lot. But gbogbo kìíní náà ló cost they believe pé ordinary pé ẹ fẹ́ kí òòrùn jáde, it costs money. Gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ṣe, gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ordinary a good thing, nǹkan tó dàbí pé ẹ fẹ́ ṣígbẹ̀dù fún ọmọ ọba. Ọmọ ọba kú, ọmọ ọba ṣèyàwó, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣígbẹ̀dù, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mélòó ló cost. Just láti ṣígbẹ̀dù, the last one tá a ṣí bíi 2-3 years ago was 70-something thousand naira. Odogbolu. Wọ́n máa ra gbìn, wọ́n máa ra gbá, ẹ máa rọtí fún wọn, tó máa mu, tó máa ṣe. And that's a joyful thing. Now imagine nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé it is, and that is just one person's household. Now nǹkan tá a máa ní láti ṣe fún wọn sí pé ká sort out ọ̀nà lẹ̀, ká ṣe gbá nǹkan tá a máa fi lé wọn lọ, a máa spread it over a whole town ni. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yìí? So it costs money. Owó yìí náà ni problem. Lè believe iye tá a ti ná lórí àwọn àdúgbò kan just to get them out of that place. Àwọn ibi tó really bad kan, àwọn Ondo, Ekiti, because those places were really bad. You know? So gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lábí ṣe sọ ńgbà tí ọmọ bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ owó náà ni gbogbo ẹ̀ end up sí. Gbogbo kìíní ìṣòwò wa náà la fi ń ṣe. Ìgbà tá a máa ṣe rédíò and láti à ń bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún country donation ni. Wọ́n sọ fún wa sí pé tẹlifíṣàn wa ti ready. Pariwo náà ni káwọn èèyàn tó donate fún wa. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ donate fún wa. If you donate and tell us what you want it for, if you put your donation, attach it to something. Bóyá petition ni o, bóyá spiritual solution ni o, spiritual solution ẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo mean. Nípa a fẹ́ gbòòrò dìde, a fẹ́ yan ilẹ̀ fún wọn, a fẹ́ ṣe gbá, a fẹ́ ṣàwọ̀, all this. Just let us know what it is you want it for. Àwọn tó ń dúró tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ti wà, we'll send it to them. Dẹ̀ máa gbọ́ results, kò sígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní gbọ́ results. Then things like a fẹ́ ra drone, a fẹ́ ra kíní sofa, mẹ́ta péré la ṣì rírà láti dùn. In fact, the first one yẹn was even a gift. Èèyàn kan ló bínú fún wa, wípé akínà mean, wípé gbogbo àṣẹ náà kàwé tó a ṣe gbọ́ ó bù wá dáadáa, ó sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀, tó send drone sí wa. After that, ara méjì. But they are expensive, especially tá a bá fẹ́ ètò wa weaponized. Ẹ jẹ́ mọ̀ pé weaponized wọn yẹn ló pay jù. Torí kì í ṣe gbọ́kàn wá sọ fún wa pé ibi báyìí náà wà, àti mọ̀ pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá rí ń bẹ̀ kó neutralize wọn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé yín? So all these things cost money. Even to buy AK-47 cost money. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ fáwọn èèyàn wa lówó gan pé kán rọ gun and ammunition is money. Ẹ bá dẹ̀ ní nǹkan táwọn èèyàn wa ń rán sí, kò ń ṣe àwọn ṣàkàbọ̀ láyé àtijọ́. They are doing very, very well in it now, but it takes money for them. Láti wọ́n máa jókòó tì, wọ́n máa produce ẹ̀. Àdè máa gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, àdè ní kán lọ ṣe kán kò dání. Tá a bá gbà lọ́wọ́ wọn, risk náà la tún take yẹn ṣe mọ̀. A pé ìbọn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn lórí ẹni tá a lè control. Kọ́ máa lọ di area boy mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ àbí tọ́g. So aláti mọ iye tán fún wọn ní iye tán ṣe. So all those things owó ni. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo ti fún yín ní 3 accounts báyìí ṣe ibi tó bá ń wù yín. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ mi náà lẹ fẹ́ send ẹ̀ sí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe àti kọ gbogbo ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ fún yín. Nǹkan tẹ rather sorry ẹ̀yin lẹ máa kọ nǹkan tẹ fẹ́ what you are aiming it for. Whether it's ìdárabo èèyàn ni o, petition ni o, donation ni o for helping people or victims of massacre ni o, gbogbo ẹ̀. Just let us know. You will get your. Then tí tẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn pé àwọn ẹ̀rí kìíní máa check kìíní yẹn. You are not supposed to receive any email. Ṣé ẹ bá ti send kìíní yẹn tó bá ń lọ, tó bá ti lọ, tẹ́ bá ti ìjọ́ tẹ́ bá ṣí padà. Ibi kan wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ̀ máa tẹ̀ á sọ fún yín gbogbo àwọn ẹni tó ti sign kìíní yẹn. Tó bá jẹ́ ti real good website UN ló lọ o tó jẹ́ tiwa o. We don't need to send you any email. Bóyá àwọn fake ones tí wọ́n ń sọ ni. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ò kò yẹ kẹ́ gba email lọ. Èèyàn mélòó náà fẹ́ fún ní email. But if you go back to it, tó bá jẹ́ pé ti tẹ̀, there is a place there pé kẹ́ sí tẹ́ máa ti rí gbogbo ọmọ máa list ẹ̀ fún yín ni. Orúkọ àti telephone number. You see it. Ṣé ti gbọ́ ma? Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yé yín?
Mo gbọ́ ma first one tí mo ṣe bó ṣe rí nìyẹn but on this one mi mo reason tó fi ní ó láti fún wa ní response email so ni mo ṣe.
Tí federal government tí Fúlàní government fẹ́ lò láti fi gbá wa nìyẹn. Ṣé wọn ò mọ̀ pé àwa ti gbé tiwa?
Mà lórí ìlànà ni mo ti ṣe mà.
Ó lè gbé sórí ìlànà, ó lè gbé sí. Okay, most of people who directories you see, they are not working for us. They are working for the federal government and for their own pocket. So they won't know how it is done. pé ẹni tí ò bá mọ ẹni tí ò bá ọ ní olúwa.
Mo omit question kan mà. Mo omit question kan mà. Ṣé kò ń ṣe pé bóyá torí pé a lo àdírẹ́sì ìlú ibi tá à ń gbé tí ò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà mà?
No. Oní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú yẹn o. It is open to everybody. Once you can tell us where you are from. That is why that portion is very important. Whether you are Yoruba, you are Igbo, you are Ijo, because we need to know. In fact, you should not even ask you for. They tell you are expecting email. It's not. It should not be because go back to that. Telephone number, email. Email. You should go email now. Ara nǹkan tí mo sọ nìyẹn pé ignorance wọn lọ fi tú ara wọn fún pé they are scammers. Not everybody has email.
Àwọn èèyàn tún lè check spam folder wọn.
I check everything, sir.
Rí nǹkan kan. It's not meant to be.
Please ma.
Ẹ confirm lórí ibi iṣẹ́ ní kẹ́ confirm kẹ́
wọ́n ní ibi iṣẹ́ tí ń bọ̀. Confirm after the meeting. Ẹ ṣé ma.
Please ma, ẹ bá wa share account link àbí account details síbí báyìí. Àwọn èèyàn ń béèrè ní Facebook because àwọn kan ò sí.
When I finish my portion and Anthony ma need láti lọ wò ní mi mọ́ sórí. So I will send kẹ́ tó ṣe meeting yìí kan máa send it. Then bá ti ṣe once I finish answering question on Nina's, I will be done because I have another meeting at 10. So màá sáré bá yín wò màá send ẹ̀ sí kíní fún mi wá ṣe iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ sórí screen.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mọ̀ Madam Salako, sorry for interrupt. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ló dé tí wọ́n ń stream nǹkan tá à ń ṣe at least ó yẹ ká mọ ní secret díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà gbogbo tá à ń ṣe é sì náà.
I'm sorry, we have people whose hands are up and we need to keep to all these people whose hands are up. If you wish to speak, please put your hands up. And Otumba needs to leave by 9:50. So I'm going to start taking the questions in bunches, 2 by 2. So we have Yomi, Banjo, and Kamal. So Yomi Banjo asks his question, Kamal asks his questions, and then Auntie answers the 2 questions together.
Ẹ kálẹ́ o, ọ̀nà là pérégede. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ béèrè ìkọ̀kan ìbéèrè mi ní pé àwọn rally tí wọ́n ṣe ní ẹnudọ́ mẹ́ta yìí ṣé ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà ni ó organize ẹ̀ ni àbí ẹgbẹ́ mi ló organize because ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ò yé mi because níbí báyìí ní ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè Italy níbí báyìí àwa náà ṣe àṣerálì. But mo dẹ̀ àtúwà ń gbọ́ pé àwọn kan náà organize pé kì í ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà. So yẹn mo fẹ́ nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ wádìí nìyẹn pé ṣé ìlànà ló organize rally ni àbí kì í ṣe ìlànà. Ìbéèrè mi nìyẹn kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mà.
Okay, Kamal, please ask your question and then Auntie will take the questions together. Kamal, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah. Question to me, ó lọ sí direct sí Sister Salako. Question mi ni pé nípa àwọn member tó register lọ́ndà ìlànà tó jẹ́ chapter all over diaspora. I think ó yẹ kí irú nǹkan tí màmá sọ nípa account yìí, there should be direct message from diaspora secretariat láti jọ máa wá fún individual platform tó wà ní chapter with respect of conduct. As a form of new development tí wọ́n ṣe. 2 ni pé Sister Salako, every chapter tó wà ní diaspora because màmá sọ nípa Red Cross everything táwọn ìlànà mọ̀dọ̀ à ń ṣe láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọn which mo ṣe kéré tó gan wà disappoint sí mi. Bí a ṣe ready chapter tó ní diaspora kí ìlànà mọ̀dọ̀ à diaspora ká má lè ní exactly nǹkan tó máa jáde ní post chapter níta in every month. Tẹ́ bá gbélé báyìí àwọn èèyàn máa ready chapter without proper protocol láti máa ní mandate wọn pé nǹkan tẹ́ wọ́n máa jáde lápò yín ni bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ 10,000 bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ 20,000 ẹ máa ti regulate it. So they will come to the sitting table and they will understand. Question mi nìyẹn ṣe gan.
Okay. Auntie, do you want to take the question from Yomi Banjo, and then I'll answer the question from Kamal? Or shall I answer the question from Kamal? I don't know. Can you hear me?
She's answering, she's muted.
Okay.
You need to unmute yourself.
Okay, let me answer the question from Kamal. So, Kamal, which chapter are you from?
I'm from Ilana Omodua, UAE chapter, Finance Secretary.
Okay. All right. We actually have a fundraising team, and we actually have some plans on the ground that we've started with the English chapter, where the fundraising team, one of the members of the fundraising team, has been there and has proposed some actions and how people can raise money. And what we are intending to do is to go to the other chapters across the different parts of the world to say this is what we want to do, and how is it that you can help us. So we've already started this. So what we'll do is, as we're going through, because we've already got plans in place, we've got different countries. So what we'll do is we'll get in touch with the coordinator for UAE, and the meeting will be had. But you're right, it's something that we've already discussed and we've started working on. So thank you for your question.
Okay. So Shola, can you remind me of the first question again? Agbatinde.
Agbatinde.
The first question.
I forgot your question. Please remind us though.
That's why I don't like two people giving questions at the same time.
The question was about the rally. Who organized?
The rallies. Yes. Who organized the rallies? Let me tell you, who organized the rallies. Now, Ilana Omodua organizes all the rallies. But you know, under Ilana Omodua, we have like 120 determination groups alone in Nigeria. So when we say there's a rally, we all come together. You understand? We all come together to hold the rally. It's not just Ilana Omodua, even though Ilana Omodua ends up doing most of the talking, the organization, and sometimes the payments. But we organize it, but we have 120 self-determination groups working with us. So that's the answer. Is that okay? We are actually in charge of the rallies. We endorse it. Even the small ones they have, like the ones they had in Ikene, was it last week? This last week, during the week, we endorse it for them. You know? This is Ilana that does it. And we have different people coming. Even Sunday Igboho comes in because after we have endorsed it. If we say there's no rally, if we say there's no rally on the 3rd of July, now there's no rally. But there will be rally on the 3rd of July. Sunday will be there. Everybody will be there. OPC will be there. Agbekoya will be there. We'll all be there together. And we have people from outside Yoruba, immediate Yoruba land. You know, we are 10 states. The military divided old Western region. So we have our Shekiris, we have the Edos, we have the Kogi, we have Kwara. So we have 4 extra states that people also come to join us for the rally. Does that answer your question? Huh?
I believe so.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I believe the question is answered.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the question is answered. The next one is Mr. Adeoye King, please. Sir, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Okay. Good evening. My question will be twofold. I actually have some concerns. So the first concern is there a way that all these different groups, I mean the Yoruba self-determination groups, is there a way that their activities can be centralized? Because I'm asking this because when this referendum, demand for referendum came out, there was a lot of groups were long. Some were saying it's real, some were saying it's not real. So we could not even ascertain what is real and what is not real. Some were saying let's sign it, some were saying no, don't sign it. So, and this kind of confusion would cause a lot of setbacks. So is there a way we can centralize all these the activities of these groups so that if we get accurate information and everyone can go in one direction? I mean, if all these efforts can collaborate and all of them, so that's the first question. Then the second question is, I have noticed that there's the awareness.
Okay, Mr. Adeoye King, unmute yourself and ask your question. There was a lot of noise in the background from somebody.
Okay. So, did you get my first question?
Yes.
Okay, so the
asked
second
about how we can get all the groups to work to be centralized.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Your second question, sir.
So the second question is, how can we need to create more awareness. The awareness is not, from what I see, it's not enough. There's a lot of Yoruba people, especially in Nigeria here, that they don't even know what NINAS has done and how far they've gone. Some of them they are even scared. When you tell them sign this, let's sign this petition for it, they all they think is war. The moment you tell them Yoruba nation, all they did, no, we don't want war. Their first thought is war. So they are even reluctant. So now, if we sign on their behalf, if we sign this petition on their behalf, and God willing, the referendum time comes, are we also going to sign referendum on their behalf? So I think the awareness needs to get to the grassroots. The campaign has to really get to we have to have a structured way to get these informations to the grassroots, so that by the time the referendum comes around, everybody will be prepared and will be ready, because we will need all the numbers. So those are my questions. If there's any way we can intensify this awareness and get it to the grassroots and let everybody be educated on the need for this and how safe it could be. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you, Mr. King, Comrade King. Auntie, do you want to answer the question, or do you want to? Did you hear the question? Do you want to answer?
No, let me answer. Let me answer the questions. These two questions first, before somebody else confuses me. Self-determination, centralization of self-determination groups is more or less done. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Yorùbá máa ń sọ kíní kan pé gbogbo wa lè sùn síbì kan náà, ká kọrí síbì kan náà. That is number one. So that Ìlànà is even able to harness 120 self-determination groups together. I think it's an achievement. I don't think it has ever happened in the history of politics or politicking in Nigeria or activism in Nigeria. We've tried, and to and the fact that we are all called self-determination is already a form of centralization, because it's either you are in for self-determination or you are in for restructuring. That is the situation we have on ground now. You are either a self-determination group or you are a restructuring group. A restructuring group wants a better and bigger Nigeria. A self-determination group wants Yoruba nation. I hope you understand the difference. So if somebody calls itself a self-determination group, we are already centralized. We are already looking in the same direction. We are already on the same page. So I think we are centralized enough, and we cannot get it any more than that, because each group was formed originally with a different purpose. They have their cultural whatever, they have their social aims. The only thing bringing all of us together is that we want Yoruba nation. How we achieve it now is the job of Ilano. That's why we call ourselves Ilano. We call Baba Alano. So he gives us the direction. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. We are all going to the same goal, but how we achieve it may be slightly different. You understand? The only thing we've done now that using the rally, we've used the rally to bring everybody together. So we have created that synergy between all groups. We are all together now. Agbekoya ni o, OPC ni o, whatever. We are all there. Onisegún ni o, we are all there for one purpose. We want to see Yoruba nation on ground. And we will make it by the grace of God. So that I think we have been centralized enough. They cannot be more centralized than that because we are all different and we all don't know each other. It's only the leaders of the groups that we interact with, except for those of us who know the other members personally. So they take instructions. So whatever Ilano says, they take it. Don't worry, don't think they don't take it. Once Ilano says this is what is happening, he will accept it. Once Baba says we are going this way, we will all go that way. Then creating awareness of Ninas. Ninas, I think there is enough awareness of Ninas. Even the fact that they are afraid of war, when you tell them about Nina, is a form of awareness. They already know Nina's stand. And Ninas is pulling down the constitution. Ninas is sending all the old politicians away and creating a new protocol, new protocols for the people. So it's a sign of war. So the fact that they see it as war means that they are well aware of what is going on. They know what is likely to come out of it. That's what's making them afraid. And we can't have everybody 100% saying yes, 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 yes. Even our so-called top leaders, our so-called political, they know. They understand CFM, they understand Ninas, but they are all afraid. At the end of the day, they are not doing anything to help us. But at the end of the day, when we achieve our aim, where are they going to go? Are they going to say they are not part of Yoruba land anymore? They will be Yorubas now, and they have a choice. They either stay or they go. You find that some of them will go, will run away. Most of them will stay and adjust. So I really don't think we need much to stress ourselves on where people that they understand Ninas. I think most of them do. Otherwise, they won't tell you are looking for war when you talk to them about it. They know perfectly well what it entails. There's nobody who has not suffered in Nigeria under this government, these successive governments we have had. So don't worry yourself too much. They know, they are aware,
And see, can I just add something? Yeah, I just wanted to add something, which maybe people don't realize, is that this Nina's route, if we say it's step 1 to 6, we're on step 5. We're nearly home. That's why the government, that's why Buhari and all of them say war, because they don't because they understand that something is happening and something will change. So in the many steps that Ninas has taken, this legal step, we're nearly at home. We're nearly at where we're supposed to be. We're like, if you have 6 steps, we're in step 5. So I think we need to remember that. And then the other thing about war, this is the narrative of the Northerners, of the Arewa and their accomplices, because they think this is 1966. And I think that you're going to be on the ground, shooting like they did in 1966. They don't understand that there's many ways to fight a war. There's many ways to break a nation. And this is 2021. And this Nina's route has ended Nigeria, pata pata. I don't think people understand. The constitutional order this is what is known in the international community. The constitutional order has broken down. Ergo, there's no nation. You see, I don't think people, and I think it's because you're listening to the narrative of the Arewa, because people are in Nigeria. This is not.
They have free adverts now. They have free advertisement. They use the radio, they use the television, they use the paper freely. If we want to do all that, we have to pay for it. So
yes, this is not.
We are using. And what we are using most now.
Sorry, Auntie, go ahead.
What we are using most now, that Twitter and Facebook, they want to bring that. It's because of us. I don't think most people realize that it's because of Ninas that they banned Twitter. In Ninas we have what we call Twitter Tuesdays. Every Tuesday we tweet and we retweet. End Nigeria, end this. Bring down referendum. Buhari, we tweet and tweet and tweet and from morning till night. And there's nothing they can do. And this message goes out every day, but particularly on Tuesdays. But they can't fight us because legally we are covered with the CFM. Two, they don't want to discuss us, because if they start discussing us and mentioning our names, it will start a discussion they cannot win. So they pretend that it is because of NSAS that was 9 months ago. And they pretend it is IPOB that has been on Twitter for 2 years. Now you are banning them. It's because of us. We are really winning. We are winning the thing, like Shola said, it's a psychological war. It's an intellectual war. We don't need to carry guns and ammunition except just in case. You understand? But that what we are doing with our brain is much, much more important. No, don't worry too much.
I think, sorry, I'm going to hand over to the next question. I think what we need to remember is this, and I don't know if you've noticed that whenever you fight a war, and I'm looking at this, I'm going to use Southern Sudan as an example. Even after you fought, you have to sit down at the table. So what we've done with Ninas is we've missed out that whole war bit, and we've gone to sitting at the table. Do you see? But because they're still thinking this is 1966, they don't seem to want to accept yet that's this is a different way of fighting. There's an expression that there's many ways to skin a cat. So I think that's the mistake, and they use those words to frighten people, because really technically Nigeria is a war, and this is what they did in Igangan is a kind of war. What all this raping and killing farmers and all of them is war. But they're not. So all we can do is defend ourselves. It's not that we want to fight a war, which is why we've gone the intellectual route, the legal route. Do you see? And some of us will remember Bakassi. Was it not in a court that Bakassi was decided? And then after the court decided, Bakassi went to where it went. So this is 2021 is the point I'm making. I'm gonna please, Dr. Olu, please ask your question. Bear in mind that Auntie needs to leave in 10 minutes. So, Dr. Olu, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, thank you for the audience. I'll be glad to speak my mother tongue.
And go ahead, sir.
Okay. I just have 15 left for now. Mo kí gbogbo everybody tó wà ní orí kan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ni wípé ó dà ń pé à ń wave àwọn nǹkan kan nípa tí wọ́n send jáde pé ká máa sign. So mọ́mí wa Olúkọ̀yà sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wípé àwọn Fúlàní yẹn wọ́n ṣe fake tí wọ́n design. So ẹ ká wá wò pé bóyá wọ́n ṣe fake tí wọ́n tí àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ti ń sign tí wọ́n ti ń sign kan tó fọwọ́ sí. So kí ni question tèmi lélẹ̀, kí ni implication ẹ̀ lórí agitation tiwa? Kí ni implication ẹ̀ lórí referendum tí à ń retí? Then àwọn tí wọ́n bá lùgbàdì irú fake link yẹn, kí ni advice ta lè fún wọn? Then kí ni a lè ṣe láti help o?
Kí ni a lè ṣe láti?
Kí ni nǹkan tá a lè ṣe? Okay, nsìn ẹ wo olú ìyá wa tó sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tán ní àwọn fi pé àwọn sign àwọn ò rí email kíníkan ìgbà tẹ́mi sign ẹ̀ mo rí email response. But káwá assume pé àwọn tó sign fake yẹn wọ́n ti wá pọ̀, kí ni implication ẹ̀ lórí target wa gangan? Information tí wọ́n fi síbẹ̀ yẹn ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ lò against wa ni? Ẹ̀yẹn tó bá fẹ́ lò against wa, kí ni implication tó lè ní lórí referendum tí àwọn expect? So question yẹn ó rí bákan but mo kàn fẹ́ ká look into it. Tó bá yẹ pé àwọn tó ní IT knowledge náà wà níbí báyìí, bóyá wọ́n lè rí wọn kàn bí méjì láti sọ nípa. So mo kàn ní kí n bring attention wa sí area yẹn. So because I know millions, thousands of people.
Dr. Olu, round up your question, please, sir.
So mo mọ̀ pé thousands of people not to fall victim of that thing if truly fake link exists.
Ìbéèrè yẹn ti yé wa.
Okay.
You cannot down here because down.
Down.
Thank you. Sherry, the real one is not a problem for us. once we know, because sharing both the only ones that we will count and that the United Nations will count will be Ati share kini link here that it goes direct to United Nations website. So possible it's about seeing they have security. Okay, with website, how many security tags? One on security kini attach one. All the fake ones will not go into the United Nations. So I'll send you an email or send you an email. Yeah, at the end of the day, could make any difference. You see, numbers still. Problem tani tafi so ipe come share in Yoruba decides anyway. It is going into their own. I want to maybe continue. So if we allow them to announce it and we allow them to do it, it means if we answer set we are already. I want to fill the ballot box from what you mentioned. Block yes, I want to stay within Nigeria. Or don't law. Or the United Nations. So but it go straight to the United Nations site. They have a site there that they created. Àwọn ọmọ wa náà lọ bá wa ṣe àwọn ọmọ NSAS àwọn ọmọ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè generation àwọn náà bá wa ṣe it goes straight there. So ẹ má worry. It's just that I might lose people in the sense that somebody feels a fake one, I believe so you understand. But it will not increase or decrease the numbers. Yes, for 40,000. No. Nobody has signed no on that 40,000 from the United Nations. You know, and Shola, how many votes any Brexit if you win? Was it not 5 votes, or what is the difference in the votes?
No, for the Brexit vote, it was 52-48.
So it doesn't need to be that fantastic. That's all. Oh, am I worried? Now that you know, you can still go ahead and you can still go ahead and sign our own. You know?
Auntie, I'm going to take 2 more questions. Comrade Aki Tade, please ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I am on the petition side. The telephone is fixed to Nigeria. So I just want to find out, people outside Nigeria, what do we do about telephone? Do we ignore it or not?
Telephone
ignore it, sir. No, ignore it. Yeah. When I did mine, I just ignored it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You don't need to, yeah. The petition will still work without it. Just ignore it.
Great. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Olusegun Ademo, can you please ask your question?
Good evening, kí olóòtú ẹ ṣe ojú òní tiwa.
Àmín.
A máa ṣe débi èrè ojú òde ní tiwa lórúkọ Jésù.
Àmín o.
Most nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ béèrè náà, àwọn bàbá mi, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ti béèrè. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi kún ni pé ṣé Ọlọ́run ti bá wa ṣe nírọ̀rùn tá a bá gba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí tán, níbo la fẹ́ fi àwọn Ẹdó sí? Tí mo fẹ́ béèrè nìyẹn mà, because ẹ sọ mọ́rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan mà, ẹ ní àwọn Ẹdó, Kwara, àwọn Ṣẹ̀kírì wọ́n wá fún meeting kan, wọ́n fẹ́ join wa. So tọ́lọ́run ti gbalẹ̀ yìí fún wa, tá a bá gbà tán níbo la fẹ́ fi wọ́n sí mà? Question mi nìyẹn mà.
Wọ́n wá sí rally náà wá fún rally. They joined us for the rally. Only there's something called referendum and there's something called plebiscite. Referendum referendum a large group of like Ekiti, Yoruba, Ekiti, Ijesha, Ijebu, àwọn ya ṣe tí wọ́n referendum. Then plebiscite ni àwọn èèyàn wa tó há káàkiri, like I need a whole community in Benin Republic. I think they call the place so there or something, I don't know. So àwọn yẹn náà ti wá bá wa gbà kan pé àwọn fẹ́ tá bá ti gba Yorùbá land àwọn ń bọ̀, àwọn fẹ́ wá join wa. So plebiscite la máa fi decide àwọn yẹn á ṣe plebiscite lọ́dọ̀ wọn pé àwọn cut wọn off ni o from their people geographically and culturally they are Yorubas. So I join wa padà. Irú àwọn Edo yẹn right now Edo State is You know, they were part of Yoruba land. They also carved out as Midwest, you know, to whittle down Awolowo's power. If they want to come back, plebiscite no la ma fi padà. But our láti kọ́kọ́ ti gba freedom tiwa náà through referendum. It's only a free nation that can conduct plebiscites for a smaller group of their people. So Shekiri náà plebiscite la ma fi gbà wọ́n padà. Àwọn Urhobo plebiscite la ma fi gbà wọ́n padà. All the local governments in Kogi that are Yorubas, Kaba, gbogbo yẹn, plebiscite la ma fi padà sọ́dọ̀ wa. Mokwa, gbogbo, they were all Yoruba areas before. Kwara, no, they have the same solution. Gbogbo èmi lọ fa nǹkan yẹn, a máa fi plebiscite bá wọn padà ní. Even láàárín Yoruba land, àwọn ibì kan wà tá máa fi padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ wọn. Like in Kwara, there's a whole local government called Ekiti local government. It was part of Ekiti. Wọ́n gé wọn kúrò lára Ekiti ní to make up Kwara. So irú yẹn sì ná ọmọ padà sí Ekiti. You can have a mini plebiscite, they go back to Ekiti. So that tá bá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀, tá bá máa ṣe local government, tá bá fẹ́ pé ẹ̀yà nǹkan, á lè padà lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀yà wọn. Ṣé àwọn ìgbà tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì pín wa, ó kàn pín wa haphazardly, just like ìgbà tí Berlin conference náà pín Africa, wọ́n kàn pín wọn haphazardly. So wọ́n pín ibòmíì mọ́ ìlú mi, wọ́n pín ibì kan, wọ́n gé wọn mọ́ra wọn. So that is it. So bí a ṣe máa ṣe nìyẹn.
Okay. Auntie needs to go, so I'm only going to take one more question, and then I'm going to apologize. Mabinu, please. I'm very sorry.
How many people? Loku?
There's even people adding to the questions. Anyone who's asked before, I'm not calling you, so please, I'm sorry.
If it's not more than 2 or 3, I can still manage.
No,
those people won't start on time.
There's 2 people who haven't asked question before, so I'll call them. Anyone else,
okay,
I'm not calling.
Okay.
And that's Comrade Ademola Abidoye, please. And then after that, Imisioluwa. And then I'm sorry, everyone else. Auntie needs to leave. She has a meeting at 10. So, Comrade Ademola Abidoye, please ask your question. Please, be quick.
Mo kí gbogbo lé o, má bínú pé mo kí gbogbo ilé o, mo kí màmá wa o, mo dẹ̀ kí ìyá wa náà Sàlàkọ́, mo kí gbogbo akẹ́ndọ́ Mr. Akin and everyone. Inú mi dùn láti wà nínú meeting ilé yìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi tí mo fẹ́ béèrè wọ́n ti béèrè kọjá, but sẹ́rí have not a little knowledge about IT. Okay. Number 1, website yẹn kò ní security. Every secure website ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ HTTPS. Mo fẹ́ kí a fi àwọn tó bá monitor website yẹn kí mọ̀mọ́ wá tà láti inform wọn. A secure website ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní S lẹ́yìn. Mo dẹ̀ check ẹ̀ títí mo rí pé kò ní S yẹn lẹ́yìn. Okay. So tó bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe anything sí, ó máa easy fún wọn. Àwọn tó ń tà láti hack website is very easy for them. So but tó bá ti wà secure, tó dẹ̀ yẹ pé àwọn tí àwa náà ní à ń monitor ẹ̀ táwọn tọ́jú àwa ní key fún website yẹn, kò ní sí anybody tó lè hack ẹ̀. Wọn dẹ̀ ní lè ṣe kankan sí because technology ti lọ gan. So tí website yẹn ò bá wà secure, ó máa léwu díẹ̀ fún wa. Mo fẹ́ kí màmá wa kan jọ kí wọ́n sọ fún ẹni tó host website wa gangan.
Ẹ ṣeun.
So Shola, can you answer that question? You are more IT savvy than I am.
Okay.
Personally, I don't. If it doesn't have that S, it means that it's not ours.
No.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé Sister Sàlàkọ́ jẹ́ kí n help yín bẹ̀. Méjì ni site yẹn. Méjì ni site yẹn. So ètò ẹ bá fẹ́ fill, ẹ make sure pé ètò ní S yẹn. Ẹ lọ wo chat box wa níbí báyìí sìn. Bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ check site. Ẹ máa ráwọn link yẹn. So àwọn tó wà secured yẹn wà níbẹ̀. So ó likely pé jẹ́ pé tí wọ́n ti clone ó nìyẹn tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn. So original one, go.
Yes.
Advice.
Ilé wa secure. Mo ti rí tẹ́sán yẹn from you. Mo ti rí yẹn pé yẹn wà secure. So iṣẹ́ yẹn wá tún pọ̀ nsìn. Wọ́n ta tí tó wà secure yìí, maybe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa tó wà online sìn tí wọ́n wà nínú meeting kí wọ́n seize opportunity láti make sure pé bóyá Mr. Akeke try láti forward sí like I did last time nígbà tó di pa fẹ́ raise owó ńgbà kan yẹn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ information tá a máa ń pass orí WhatsApp message wa. Ìgbà mi ò lè jẹ́ bí 40 something. Kò sí gbogbo yẹn ló máa ń lè go back láti make sure pé wọ́n read àwọn message yẹn one by one. So tí ẹ bá lè take a pain or if you want me to do that, I can do that as well. But ọ̀rẹ́ pé last time tí mo ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹnìkan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pè mí pé who are you? Why are you sending message to me? Kankan from where? So it was so embarrassed. But I think if the message is from you, they know you better, or if Mr. Alako can do that, fine. So that can go to every member to the platform on UK. So based on that, individual then if we now send that, forward that to individual people, may help situation. Because I will come back to say mistake. Keep mistake here to my bresi, go to my bresi, lost what you see.
Okay, Eshe, I'll speak to. We'll come back to you. Mr. Akin Wilson is an IT professional and expert, so we'll speak to him. We have actually spent money on beefing up the security for the website, but we'll take on board your feedback. A final question, final question for, and then we'll let Otumba Shade leave. Imisioluwa, please ask your question.
Hello. Mo kí gbogbo lé o. Question tèmi ni pé ẹjọ́ má bínú o. Mo rí jù tí ẹ fúnra lè tán ṣe. Mo rí àwọn èèyàn kan tó jáde tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà ní ọ̀dà ìlànà. Understand? Mo rí pé ìgbà tó máa jáde, wọ́n kéré tẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ èèyàn gan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní kó máa jáde o. Anybody pé wọ́n máa ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa fún wọn. Mo rí pé nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò yẹ kó ṣẹlẹ̀. Mi rò pé nínú ìlànà tá a wà yìí, ó yẹ ká ní àwọn speaker tiwa tó yẹ pé yes, anything kan tó wà máa ṣẹlẹ̀, ó yẹ kó máa jáde tó yẹ pé a máa gbọ́ látẹnu wọn direct pé ó pé nǹkan báyìí máa ṣe nǹkan báyìí ní ṣe. Kò ní jẹ́ pé òun yẹn kàn máa jáde from nowhere tó dẹ̀ kọ́ dẹ̀ wà lọ́ndà lànà tó fi orúkọ lànà tó fi rẹ́díṣà. Mo rò pé kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Torí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ jù tí ọ̀fọ̀ ṣe yẹ ó fi ébi tí ẹ̀gọ́ tó yẹ pọ̀ òun yẹn rẹ̀ láti jáde ní jòjì ọ̀fọ̀ ní tán ní Ògùn sí láti máa ó rẹ̀ rálì yẹn. Mo dẹ̀ rí pé rálì yẹn jẹ́ kó ó bọ́ sí fẹ́ ó di ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Nọ́mbà 2 ni pé ẹ má bínú Miss Alako ẹjọ́ ọgbẹ́ kò ń ṣe gbọ́ èèyàn tó wà tó ẹgbẹ́ tó ń wò ní láìpẹ́ ẹgbọ́ English ẹjọ́ mo fẹ́ tẹ máa mix ẹ̀ papọ̀ àti English àti Yorùbá ẹjọ́ máa mix ẹ̀ papọ̀ tó ẹ̀pọ̀ èèyàn máa understand dáadáa nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ má bínú mọ́.
Ẹ ṣé o. Eshe Pupo, Auntie Otumba Shade, do you want to answer a question and round up with the final words so that you can now leave to go to the other meeting?
That question is a bit like, because I really don't understand what it means by pé wọn jẹ́ kí àwọn nǹkan tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ wọn kì í sọ fún wọn. How do we know what's going to happen? Or do you mean that whether káwọn jáde àbí kán má jáde? I don't understand. Because if even when they told us not to come, we've always announced it that we are coming. We insist that we are going. Ekiti asked us not to come. Ondo asked us not to come. We went, and nothing happened. Lagos is also shouting now, "Don't come, don't come." Well, the boys are going out on Saturday, and nothing is going to happen. I doubt, except the worst that can happen probably will be that the youths of Lagos will join them. So exactly that's what you mean by that people should let us know. We cannot let you know anything because we ourselves, we just hear rumor. Maybe we only listen when the governor talks, like when Akeredolu said he doesn't want any agitators in the state. That is his problem. Ayemi said the same thing. He ignored them. Dapo Abiodun too said he doesn't want anybody to come and upset his state. We ignored him. We went and it was very successful. Alake that said we should not come and doesn't want to see us. We started the rally in front of his palace and nothing happened, So I don't know, so I really don't think that's what you mean. There's no problem. No. People will say all sorts of things. This Lagos rally now, people have been talking for the last 2 weeks, and this is going to happen. And MC Odiomo will meet, will deal with Igboho. We just leave them.
Auntie,
let the boys go out.
Auntie, I'm conscious that you're supposed to be in a meeting that started 5 minutes ago. So
problem. I'm not the one that is starting the meeting. But I know, I just want to know if what I said is okay by the person that asked the question. Is that okay for you? Is that what you meant? Hello?
I don't know.
The person that asked this last question about knowing what's going on. Is my answer okay? Is my answer okay?
What mo bí ni pé mi sọ pé àwọn tó jáde láti what mo bí láti pé àwọn tí wọ́n wà ní ọ̀dà ìlànà tí wọ́n jẹ́ láti bóyá bíi blog àbí tó ṣe program lórí Facebook ni mò ń tà láti sọ mi sọ wọn lọ MC mi sọ wọn kan tó jáde láti mi sọ wọn ọ̀yẹ́ mo wọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn kan ń sọ kan tó wọ̀ ni mo sọ wọn kan tó jẹ́ pé tó wà ní ọ̀dà ìlànà jẹ́ pé orúkọ ìlànà náà ń lò pé tó fi rẹ́dí ta group wọn wọ́n jáde tó fi lè títẹ̀ sí àwọn èèyàn lọ́kàn pé tó máa jáde mi sọ wọn tó yẹ pé bí a tó mò ń sọ wọn tó yẹ pé bí a bí blogger, tó yẹ pé bí Facebook or anything.
They shouldn't listen to people like that. They shouldn't listen to if there's going to be a rally and it's going to be stopped. Professor Banji Akintoye will be the one to make the announcement. You know, when we wanted to do 1st of October 2 years ago, and he stopped it here. He stopped it. If anybody else had made that announcement, nobody would have listened. But he himself stopped it. You know, he allowed the dance to go on with their own, but he stopped the one in Nigeria. You know, so nobody can issue things like that except the Alano. He's the one that will have to issue it if it's going to happen. If there's going to be stoppage of anything, he has to go out and make that announcement. That's when people will listen. So don't worry. There's nobody under it. Everybody under Ilano knows that things that are as crucial as that has to come from the leader.
Okay.
Is that okay? Bloggers can't stop you from anything. Most of the time they are on somebody's side. Most of the bloggers are on somebody's side. Sometimes they're on your side, sometimes they're on your opponent's side. So you can't really listen to them. You understand? You listen to your leader and you follow your leader. So if he's going to stop anything, he'll come out and stop it. He won't let you go in danger, knowing.
Eshema, thank you very much. We will. Can you hear me, Auntie? Me. Okay, just to say, Eshe Pupo, thank you very much. You've spoken for 2 hours.
Not to worry.
Everything.
That's what we are here for.
I'll follow up with you about the YSV details so that I can share it. Because
the accounts, yes, the accounts for the YSP and KUF, both for Nigeria and for. And then, but you give them the paper. You already have the PayPal account.
Yeah, somebody shared the PayPal account. It's been shared in the chat. Somebody shared it. I think Mr. Akin Wilson shared it in the chat. People have it. And you know, you can even go onto the www.ilanomodua.org. It's there. If you go onto it has a donate link, so you can donate through the website. It's not just that link. You can go into the Ilano website, which has been shared here, and donate. So please use that avenue. And
just put a narrative.
Yes, sorry.
Just tell them to put a narrative beside it, what it is for. Whether it's for aiding the spread of the petition, whether it's for donation to Herdsmen Massacre, just put a donation narrative to whatever it is they want to use it for. They want it to be used for, rather. So we use it for what you want it to be used for.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
everybody. Eshe gan ni o. Ewe ku fe o. Gbogbo ala ma dele leri o.